Welcome back to the Healthcare Rewritten podcast. Halloween is supposed to be fun, but with all the food dyes, sugar highs, and fragrance overload, it can be a gut health horror story. The good news, you can still have fun without all of the toxic stress. If you're torn between letting your kids be kids and having healthy alternatives, this one's for you. We're rewriting Halloween so that you don't have to stress about what to do with your children during this holiday season. This episode isn't made to make you feel guilty. It's about giving you these alternatives so that you can still have fun with your kids. Now let's get into it.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Healthcare Rewritten. Welcome in.
Welcome back.
How was doing the intro? You hate it because it's scripted, right?
I hate the intros. I just feel like I can't get it right. I never say everything I want to say.
And we have to do it a couple times because it's the one part of this whole show that's not scripted.
Yeah.
Or no, that is scripted.
That is scripted, yeah. And I feel like every time I do it, I either miss something or I add something that I didn't mean to say. And it just sounds, I feel like I just sound weird.
But nonetheless, everyone gets that little bit of what the whole episode is about. So it's better than us just kind of ad-libbing it.
Yeah.
So, okay. What's been going on this week? Anything?
Your sister got married.
That's right. So that was the best thing in the world, spending time with family. Yeah, it's crazy how many people don't take care of themselves.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Right. And having a long weekend like that, running around with the kid, just doing a whole bunch of things, like it stinks watching family members who don't take care of themselves not be able to do everything that we were able to do.
Right.
We were able to stay out later. We were able to go do X, Y, Z without having any aches or pains or having to fly back home early to have doctor's appointments. When you start avoiding your health, it really catches up with you down the road. And we saw that kind of firsthand today or this weekend.
Yeah, we did. We did see that a lot. And it's unfortunate. I mean, and we are very always conscious about our health because we obviously have a child. And if you know our child, you know that he is go, go, go 24/7, doesn't stop running, walking, picking things up off the floor that he shouldn't be touching, putting his fingers into outlets, all of that stuff. So he probably walked like 5 miles over the weekend.
Yeah. Your mom was a saint, just literally going everywhere, picking him up every 2 seconds. Her back was allowed to hurt.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, that's why we keep ourselves healthy. That's why we are very proactive with our health so that we can be there for our children,
right.
And, future grandchildren and be able to move around, be mobile, do all the fun things with them.
Sit on the floor with them. Play
and not be in pain getting up off the floor, stuff like that. So, but yeah, we did notice a lot of neglect to their health this past weekend, which people have different priorities, which I get.
Well, and too, right? Like there's a time and place for things like that. No one lives 100% their lifestyle like that. It is not obtainable. I mean, you and I try to live closer to 95.5, especially with, me having an autoimmune condition. I can't do the 80-20 that most like wellness or like influencers or like fitness influencers speak about.
Yeah.
Like the 80-20 would absolutely destroy me. Because if I do 20% stuff that's not so great for me, I will feel like crap 100% of the time.
Right.
And then I won't be able to be even doing that 20% of fun. So everyone has a different number.
I'm pretty much the same. Like, for example, this past weekend, my skin flared up.
Yeah,
pretty bad. I was really nervous for the wedding because we were in the wedding and I was scared that my skin was going to flare up, above my, on my chest and above, because it happened mostly on my legs and you couldn't see it with my dress because it was long. So I was lucky. But then the next morning I actually started to flare up on my chest and on my neck and on my forearms. And we really still don't know what caused it.
I am convinced your first theory was right so you went to Target, right? And got a dress for the rehearsal dinner and you tried it on and you think maybe someone was either wearing something or the fabric itself or the material itself started irritating your skin, and maybe it was someone who tried it on before. I really think that could be it.
Yeah, they probably were wearing some lotion or perfume when they tried the dress on before me, and I was allergic to it or something.
Because you don't tolerate any of that.
No.
Like in the slightest.
And I didn't wash the dress before I wore it, which was a mistake on my part. But I had just bought it that day, so I didn't have time to wash it. But
it's part of that
I usually
95.5.
Right. I usually wash all of our clothes before we ever put them on.
Well, and something else too, right? Like the material, like one thing that Lena and I have not done yet is go through clothes and wear organic cotton. Like we have some clothes, like this shirt you got me for Christmas, actually. But our whole wardrobe isn't 100% perfectly clean.
Right. I wear polyester leggings sometimes.
Right.
I don't have organic leggings or organic cotton leggings. And usually if I wear polyester, then I'm going to wear cotton underwear or something to protect my organs and things like that. But yeah, well, we're not 100%. We're not perfect. It's really, I would say it's almost impossible to be perfect, but you can do the best that you can and be conscious and cognizant of it.
And I don't really have any good brands even to recommend. So
off the top of my head, I don't even know.
Yeah. Maybe one day we'll be cool enough
and be able
to sponsor.
Yeah, I'll write a blog about it.
Yeah, you should.
I should. I will write a blog about it. I'll put it in our Facebook group. You guys should join our Facebook group, which we can link in the description for you. So
in the description, whether you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, everything that we reference or talk about in this episode will be linked below, whether that's a link to schedule an appointment, whether that's a free guide that we reference during the episode. So there's always going to be resources for you to click on. So just make sure you click and scroll down and check those out. And while you're looking, make sure that you click subscribe to the podcast, thumbs up the podcast, and leave a review if you haven't yet. It goes a long way for us. We're almost at 50 subscribers on Spotify.
Almost at 30 on YouTube.
30 on YouTube. We're getting a lot of plays and views, and people are liking it. So it's been what? This is episode 8?
9.
Episode 9. That's right. Yeah, 8's coming out Thursday.
Yeah.
So it's so exciting. So if you guys haven't yet, just make sure you like the video and subscribe and share it with someone who is going to be trick-or-treating with their family this in a few weeks.
Speaking of trick-or-treating, are we ready to get into root cause?
I think so. I want to say one more thing before we I don't want to confuse the listeners here. We are booting the health news.
Oh yeah.
But for the better. So a couple things. We're getting rid of the health news, but there's going to be a different episode completely for the health news. The episodes now, instead of being about an hour, they'll be closer to 45 minutes. So a little bit more bite size for you. You don't have a whole hour to listen to. It'll be about 40 to 45 minutes instead. And that we're going to start that today. And then if you want health news, updated information about the administration, about what RFK is doing, the Mahab movement, new research studies that have come out, just buzz topics, in the health world, you will be able to hear that Monday through Friday. Okay. It'll be posted in the morning. It's going to be pretty raw, the video itself. I'm going to get on here, maybe answer a few questions, kind of talk about what I'm seeing in the news. It's a good thing for you to pop on, listen to on the way to work. It will be uploaded roughly around like 7 in the morning or so. So just as long as it takes to upload. And so you'll be able to listen to that to kind of get your health news. So just a little bite-sized 20-minute piece.
Yep.
You excited for that?
I'm excited for you to do that. Yeah.
That's something that's what we wanted to do originally. Like that's kind of what.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a hard for me right now, just with Vinny.
Sure.
But I think that'll be good for you because you love the health news section.
I know. I always say that. So it'll be good. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. If you're listening right now, I guess the first episode will premiere tomorrow on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Not tomorrow, but by the time they hear this, it'll be that Friday. So the debut will be that Friday episode.
Cool.
So cool. That's all I have. Sorry for rambling.
No worries. Yeah. Now I guess you guys know we're not doing the health news section in today's episode, and any episode moving forward, you're going to hear from Dr. Collin about your news and notes.
We might, if it's really important, we'll talk about it in the beginning like this before we get into the rundown. But
but nothing crazy that's been going on compared to last week or the week before. So.
Yeah. And it is easier to, when going through news, to actually have the sources in front of you, have the talking points. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of my opinion, but it's really hard to do with nothing in front of you. Like we want to keep this podcast and at least this show organic as possible. And that's really hard to do for news.
Yeah.
Like so hard to do.
It is, yeah.
So, okay. You want to get into the rundown?
Yep, let's do it.
Welcome into the rundown.
All right.
Root cause.
Yeah, today we're talking all about trick-or-treating, Halloween candy. You know, we actually get this question a lot now that we have a child is, are we going to go trick-or-treating with Vinny?
And 100% we are.
Yes, we are.
So I will not pass up one Halloween activity. If you had to rate your top 5 Halloween activities, what would they be?
Well, I would say the pumpkin patch is number 1.
Like actively going to the pumpkin patch.
Going to the pumpkin patch. Then maybe carving pumpkins.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously trick-or-treating. I think this year it'll be so different as far as how I rank these based off of how trick-or-treating goes with Vinny, because we've never gone trick-or-treating with him before, because last year he was only like 3 months old and he could barely like see. So this year it'll just be different because he's walking around and we actually have things on our calendar.
And he's going to be in a cute costume.
Yeah, he's going to wear a costume and everything. And it's just going to be a very different experience, which is, it's going to be fun. And I'm very excited for him.
Our middle age years, we didn't really care. Like trick-or-treating wouldn't be on your list if you were in your early 20s without kids.
Oh, yeah,
like,
no, definitely not.
But now it is again.
Yeah. Maybe like haunted houses. Like, oh, I love haunted houses.
You know what's on my top 5?
Football.
Honestly, not for like Halloween, but I guess during that time frame.
Well, watching Charlie Brown,
the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Like, there's nothing better than watching that.
We've watched it every year since I've met you.
Well, and honestly, a new tradition is now Over the Garden Wall, right? So if you guys haven't checked that out, like I'll put a little picture of it. I think, what is it on?
It's on Hulu. I think.
Is it on Hulu?
Yeah.
So good. It's like a 10-part series.
Yeah.
My friend showed it to us.
It's a cute little show.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
And it's all about like around that time.
Yeah.
So, but okay, we have to go back to the trick-or-treating thing here. Yeah. As a tangent.
Right. Well, trick-or-treating. So, oh my goodness. As people that practice more holistic lifestyles, right? A lot of people get really worked up over the nitty-gritty details when it comes to this sort of thing. And I think it's important to understand that your kids can still have fun without having to indulge in toxins, and you don't really need to stress about it. There are different ways you can incorporate these holidays into your family's lives, your children's lives. And honestly, don't think it's going to be 100% perfect. Your kids are not going to be 100% perfect. And don't stress about it because it's not worth it, because you should be proactive all throughout the year. So that way, if, your kid gets a hold of a Reese's or something at school, their bodies are able to adapt to that stress.
Yeah. Well, and also educating your children is important too. I think it's like when going through foods that you're eating, having that conversation with your kids, not just during Halloween, but all year round, teaching them about ingredients, why this could be bad for you. If you can teach them that, when Halloween rolls around, the same rules apply, right? And obviously we're going to have some tips and tricks on how we're going to navigate Halloween compared to how I treated Halloween when I was a kid. I was the kid when I was done trick-or-treating, half of my candy was gone. Like half of the bag was wrappers, and because like I ate so much.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and if on average on Halloween night, just on Halloween night, the average child is consuming 3 cups of sugar. That's like 220 packets of sugar.
And then don't even like the dyes. We didn't even talk about that.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And these things influence your immune system, your nervous system,
mood.
Your hormones, your mood, your
gut.
Yeah,
obviously.
Your gut. Yeah, and it can become a nightmare, if it's just constant, or And you know, this season, this holiday season, from Halloween to New Year's, we call it sugar and stress season. It's not
And
flu
this
season.
kickstarts it,
Yeah,
right?
it's not flu season. It's sugar and stress season, and it all starts with that Halloween night.
Yeah, and you know, something that I initially felt like, maybe not as much as I would have before, but I still always have the, oh, I just feel guilty. Like I feel guilty that my kids can't do this too. But I also feel guilty if they eat something that they shouldn't be eating, that's going to disrupt their nervous system, disrupt their gut microbiome, impact their mood and their nervous system. So it's like, how do we figure this out? And the reality is kids can still be kids. There's ways to navigate around this. It's not going to be the exact same as what their friends are doing down the street, but there's still a way to do it and to raise good, healthy kids, which is what we need to be doing, because right now, you know, the rates of autoimmunity, chronic disease in children is skyrocketing.
Literally 1 in 10 children have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Do we know what causes non-alcoholic fatty liver disease? Sugar. Right? And it comes down to building those habits, building those traditions. I think building the traditions can be helpful for your kids too. And yeah, like you said, there's you're not going to have the same habits as someone walking down the street or in your class, you know. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that you have to follow suit, you know. You can do your own thing based off of what's best for you.
And there are so many really good options.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that, and I forgot to tell you that we're going to make this, but I would love to have a Halloween candy guide.
I think we have one.
Is it the guide with like the different so like YumEarth?
Yeah.
Just all those.
It's
different...
in our Facebook group. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's like a graphic, or it's
Yeah,
like
it's a little graphic, and yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, then we'll just go ahead and take that and put it in the show notes for you guys to
or
have
just
as well.
Join the Facebook group, because it'll definitely be circulating through again.
Yeah, do both.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, and you can invite others to the Facebook group too, right? So if you know your sister or your brother or someone who is going to go trick-or-treating, you know, with you and your family as well, make sure they understand what good, healthy candies you can either look for or hand out too, right? I mean, that's what we're going to have to do.
Yep.
We're going to go, are we doing trunk or treating, or are we?
There's a trunk or treat, and there's like a costume parade. I don't know if our complex has trick or treating. I haven't heard anything about that yet.
So we're going to do probably a lot of YumEarth.
Unreal.
Yeah, the Unreal brand for sure. So
the giggles.
Still a lot of sugar in those things.
Yeah.
Like you have to definitely keep an eye on it, but no dyes, no corn syrup, stuff like that.
Yeah. And so a lot of people don't give dyes enough credit for causing children to have either hyperactivity or issues with their immune system. But the research does show, especially things like red 40, you know, and I think it's yellow 6 or yellow 3, one of those two. They are very heavily linked to hyperactivity in children. And I know that there are a lot of teachers out there who struggle with kids who have behavioral problems. And a lot of it comes down to what they are eating on a daily basis.
And it happens in the classroom too.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a patient who came in, and for prizes, right, or answering a question right in school, or doing whatever it might be, getting a good grade on a quiz, it's handing out candy, right? And if that teacher doesn't know also, but the kid wants to, you know, get away with it, they'll be eating that candy.
Yeah.
So it happens even if it's not under the parent's watchful eye, which is kind of hard.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I think that was a question that I've gotten in our Facebook group before, is what do you do for your kids when they're put in these situations at school where they are presented with these, you know, not necessarily healthy alternatives for candy, you know, they're presented with them at school. What should they do?
Well, and that's what I was talking about in the beginning. Kids are smart, especially if you have these conversations with them and they know what rules they need to follow, and you're not just your kid's friend, but you're a parent. If you can set those boundaries, are they going to listen to you all of the time? No, but if they know it's important to you, they're prioritizing it for you, and you can educate them on what things to avoid, I guarantee you they'll do it.
Oh yeah,
if you can set that tone at an early age.
Or you don't expose them to that type of food in the first place.
Right?
They don't even know what it tastes like. They don't know what they're really missing out on, honestly. And I actually saw a video the other day of it was an adult male, and he was saying how he grew up with an almond mom, which I'm probably an almond mom. But he would go to his friend's house, and he said he could never figure out why their food tastes so much better than the food that he had at home. And he realized growing up, like later on in life, now that he's an adult, why that was. And it was because the ingredients that they were using in those foods was to make them taste better, was to make them more flavorful, because it makes them more addicting. And then he would see growing up how all of his friends had chronic health problems, or they're obese, or they're struggling with their weight, or they're struggling with XYZ. And he's like, and I am so grateful to my mom for what she taught me and what I grew up eating. And I just thought that was like a really great testament to why we do what we do.
And it's so bizarre because now I look back at it, I really do believe the food that I make, or the food that my friends make who follow our lifestyle and our diet, I think it tastes 10 times better than.
Well, I'm talking about like ultra processed food.
Yeah,
I think is what he was talking about.
That's what I'm talking about though. Like, I really don't think ultra processed food tastes good.
Right. Well, as an adult, sure, but as a kid,
sure,
it's probably different. You know, and
like,
you have,
what were those, like honey buns? Like, if I know those would taste
or
terrible.
like ho-hos, or
like that,
like Little Debbie's.
Good.
Like, ew, I think I would throw up if I ate those now.
Yeah.
Makes me sick. Makes me not. I don't feel good thinking about it.
So what are we going to do in our home or on Halloween as far as trick-or-treating? Because it's inevitable. We're dressing up with him, right?
Yeah. So we're definitely not skimping out on trick-or-treating, right? And there's different ways you can go about this. So obviously, you could scour through your kids' candy and find what's going to be safe for them to eat versus not eat. Majority of the time, it's going to be the traditional candies, like Hershey's, Kit Kat, Reese's, whatever. And so what you can do is actually start to introduce something called the Switch Witch, right? Where they turn in their candy for money or a toy or an experience. We're not going to skimp out on the experience of trick-or-treating. I think that's like a really good tradition for kids to experience, obviously. But you could trade in the candy for something, that's better for their health down the road, and they might even enjoy it more. They might enjoy an experience or a toy better than a piece of candy,
if you think about it, Charlie Brown really got it the best because he got the rocks.
I got a rock.
He didn't get anything. The rocks didn't have food dyes or a bunch of high fructose corn syrup or anything in there. They were just rocks.
And now we know that food dyes are bad because they banned them, right? So maybe in a couple of years, trick-or-treating, we won't even need the Switch Witch anymore, because all these candies shouldn't have any food dyes in them, but they still might have seed oils or other inflammatory ingredients.
Well, remember when we were doing our apprenticeship in school, what one of the clinics did was they would allow kids to come into their clinic. They would weigh the candy and they would give them X amount of money per pound of candy that they had. And some of these kids were bringing in 5 pounds of candy. Like,
they get like $50.
You could have 5 pounds of YumEarth or all of the good healthy candies, healthy quotes candy that you can. But if it's 5 pounds of it, you're still getting a lot of sugar, even if it's stevia, even if it's monk fruit or organic cane sugar. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And people wonder why their kids get sick during the holiday season. And we need to understand that when you ingest a certain amount of sugar, it actually suppresses the immune response for a certain amount of time, which makes you more susceptible to infections, whether that be viral, bacterial, whatever it is. Obviously, ingesting all this sugar impacts the microbiome.
And we talk all the time about how vitamin C and sugar compete at that cellular level, right? So, yeah, I mean, that's why it's cool. The YumEarth candy even has vitamin C in it.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
The suckers at least do.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I like that. That's smart. Yeah, like when you ingest sugar and vitamin C, they're competing for that receptor site, and sugar is going to always outcompete it.
Yep.
And so vitamin C, obviously, we know how it affects the immune system. It supports the immune system. But if we have that being blocked by sugar, then the vitamin C can't enact on the cell. And then again, the immune system becomes suppressed. It gets more susceptible to infection. You get sick, and you get sick for longer. You can't really fight it off very well because you've just been so suppressed by the sugar.
What's your favorite thing to have during the holidays, during the Halloween season, that has a lot of sugar in it?
I don't know. I'm a really big chocolate person.
Yeah, so you go straight towards the chocolate.
I love chocolate, yeah. Dark chocolate, but I love chocolate. Ice cream. Still.
Different answer definitely when we get into Thanksgiving, but definitely during Halloween, like apple cider. Like that is just there's a lot of sugar in apple cider.
Oh yeah.
But that's where I'm gonna get my fix. That's so
good.
Yeah,
I am always a chocolate person, but I do love me some apple cider.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Switch Witch. Mm-hmm. That's a good option.
Or you could swap out like the candy that they have for better candy, like the brands that we really like, which if you want to know more about the brands that we recommend as far as good swaps, make sure that you join our Facebook group. We put that all in there, different, options and alternatives. So we'll link that in the description below.
What would you tell a mom or dad who has the mindset that kids should just be kids?
They're only kids for a short period of time, and we want to set them up for a healthy life, right? So sure, yeah, kids can be kids, okay? But in the long term, what's that going to do to their bodies? Are they going to have chronic illness? Are they going to struggle with fertility? Are they going to struggle when they get older and they have kids, or they have grandchildren and they can't get up off the couch because they have such bad joint pain? Like, how are you setting them up to show up in their career, in their families, in their relationships? Are they going to have mood disorders? Are they going to struggle with good grades because they've been ingesting, all of this junk?
Yeah, and we hate to be the Debbie Downers, but this is something that we see every day in our clinic. Mm-hmm. We see children come in, and I'm not saying it's because of the Halloween candy they ate from last year, but their nervous systems are overstimulated. Their gut microbiomes are an absolute disaster. They don't know how to regulate their emotions, right? They're dealing with all of these things. They have metabolic imbalances. They're diabetic, and they're sick.
And they're on medications.
Right? Like, we see this on a daily basis, and little things like this, trick-or-treating, going home and just eating a bunch of sugar, like that, it's just going to exacerbate things, make things worse.
And I think a big thing to understand too is as an adult, as a parent, you're supposed to be leading by example. And if you're telling your children that their health is something that they shouldn't prioritize because they should just be children, then like, what kind of example are you setting?
Yeah, don't take the candy away and then put it in the pantry for yourself.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I could imagine some people would think that that's what we're saying. But like, this is also what comes down to the obesity and genetics argument, right? Obesity is a genetic disease. No, it's not. It's based off, like, my family typically runs on the obese side. Okay. I'm not obese. My brother isn't obese. My sister's not obese, because we adapted different lifestyle habits to prevent that from happening. And now, were my parents or were my family members always overweight? No, they were not always overweight. This developed over time. And it wasn't something that was genetic, because my grandparents weren't overweight, their grandparents weren't overweight. It's something that developed based off of your habits. And my parents will tell you that they don't have good habits.
No, and I can't believe we're at a point right now where everything just gets blamed on genetics. Mm-hmm. Genetics is the scapegoat. And it is so frustrating, because if people really start thinking that, they feel like they're out of control of everything. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was just all moderation. It wasn't the food dyes. It wasn't all the sugar I was eating. It wasn't all the ultra processed foods, or going out to eat, or going to the fast food restaurants and not walking at least, 10,000 steps or whatever it is a day. Like, no, that's exactly what it is. Mm-hmm.
And again, this isn't to make you feel guilty. This is to bring awareness to what you're doing in your lives that are impacting your children. Okay?
Yeah, and I feel like if you find a little offense to this, or you feel like you're being attacked, then there might be some truth to it. So.
If the shoe fits.
So, and hey, look, we're not perfect either. We're not like standing on this pedestal like, oh, like we make mistakes. Mm-hmm. We do things that we shouldn't do.
We have cravings sometimes.
Sure. Well, and that's like, so really quick on the sweet topic. The best thing that I feel like for us when we're craving sugar is that yogurt bowl that you make.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you do coconut yogurt, or is it cashew?
I really like cashew milk yogurt better than coconut.
Yeah, and we're using So Delicious typically, right?
No, So Delicious is the coconut yogurt, but Foragers is
that's right, Forager.
Milk.
So mm-hmm. we'll use one of those yogurts, and then what we'll do is we'll do a granola of some sort.
Usually dark chocolate granola.
Yep, and then we do dark chocolate chips from Lily's, right? Sweetened with stevia. And then either raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, or strawberries, a little bit of honey, some chia seeds. The perfect fix.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I used to make those all the time in place of having ice cream. And if someone calls me orthorexic because of that, then you're stupid. Like, come on. We obviously know that having a yogurt bowl is a better option than eating a pint of ice cream. And it's not orthorexic for me to do that. If I'm having a craving for something sweet, I know what's going to make me feel good. And I don't think that eating a pint of ice cream is going to make me feel good. Like, I'm going to feel sick. I'm going to be on the toilet for the rest of the night.
Well, and plus you get, especially when you are combining a bunch of other ingredients, right? You're getting the antioxidants from the fruit. You're getting the natural sweetener from the honey itself, which we need to do it. I would love to do an episode on honey.
Sure.
I mean, you're getting everything from the fiber from the chia, right? So you're getting all these other components that like a pint of ice cream won't really
There's
get you.
No nutritional value in a pint of ice cream. You know, there's lots of nutritional value in that yogurt bowl too. And
the yogurt itself, or even the dark chocolate. I mean, every little ingredient in that in that recipe can also be beneficial while also curbing that sugar craving.
Yeah, and then preventing cravings later on too.
Yeah.
You know, I always say fruit is like the best option if you're having a sugar craving. Just fruit in general, right? Or like we do smoothies sometimes, like a fruit smoothie or a smoothie bowl.
Or a little bit of dark chocolate. People, like my patients, when we first start doing our new patient appointment, they're like, I like dark chocolate. I'm like, great.
Yay. That's awesome.
They're like, I don't need to stop it. I'm like, no.
No, I encourage you to eat it. Like, it's just, I think that people who say that type of habit is like orthorexic have just never actually felt good in their own bodies. They don't know what it feels like to feel good. You know, if you know what it feels like to be chronically ill, you would never say that to somebody. You know, like you would never say someone making a healthier choice for themselves is a disease.
Right.
And I think that's insane.
There are a lot of nasty people out there.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay. I hope you learned something from this, right? We have the resources provided to you. Join the Facebook group. Check the links in the bio below. Comment down below. How are you going to navigate Halloween with your family this year? Or if you don't have kids, you're not going to trick or treat. What's your favorite Halloween tradition? Or what's your favorite Halloween movie? What is your favorite Halloween movie?
I'm a big horror movie person.
Well, and you always watch Harry Potter.
I always watch Harry Potter, yeah, during this time of year. What else do I watch? I watch Scream. I watch the Scream series. I know they're like horrible slashers.
You watch it as your comfort show, which is
I know.
Bizarre
and
in itself.
I've always been afraid of clowns, so I don't know why I find that comforting, but it's like weird. I don't know.
So some Halloween movies. Yeah, comment your favorite Halloween movie in the comments below too.
Yeah.
So, okay. Does that wrap up the rundown?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so we don't have news, so we're going to go ahead and dive into the Mythbusters. Cool. Welcome into Mythbusters, where we are going to break down whether something is fact or cap.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a cap today, so I have a feeling like it's going to be cap.
It might be. Who knows?
Check out this hat, though, really quick. If you're on YouTube, this is your time to go check out YouTube. This hat, I'll link his shop, too, because it's so cool. It says Yeet the Wheat. He has a whole bunch of, like, anti-gluten apparel. Like, you have a sweatshirt,
I have
right?
a sweatshirt from him. It says gluten hates me.
And then we got, what was the other sweatshirt that we got for our staff?
Gluten-free gang or something.
Yeah, something like that. So I'll make sure that we link his shop down below too. He has
gluten-free Phil.
Is that his account?
I think his name's Phil.
Yeah, it's some good
Phil gluten-free, something like that.
Not affiliated at all, but he just has really cool stuff.
He makes funny content about being gluten-free because it's it's really interesting when you meet people that have never understood or even grasped or thought about the concept of being gluten-free, and then we tell them that we're gluten-free and they're like, that's so foreign. Like, that's what do you mean?
They act like we're like trapped inside like
they're like
a styrofoam box.
What can you eat? And it's like, well, I can eat a lot.
Almost everything.
Yeah. Or we'll get when we go to restaurants, people are always like, can you eat here? Can you eat here? Can you eat here? It's like, I can read the menu and I'll find something. Like, there's always something to eat. But he makes a lot of like skits about those types of interactions because they're all too common.
I'm making gluten-free pizza for your mom and I, and you and Vinny.
Oh, I get to participate.
You can have some.
Okay.
On the Blackstone tonight, and it's gonna use tapioca powder or tapioca flour and gluten-free flour. So I'm gonna use that.
Yum.
It's gonna be so good. I'll take a picture of it. Check the Instagram.
Vinny liked it last time that you made it. Yeah, it's delicious. So.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, the myth for this week is that everything is okay in moderation.
Yeah. I think that's a bad way to look at it. I mean, will you be okay? Maybe, but probably not. Right? Especially if you have that mindset.
Yeah.
Right?
Wrong.
Yeah.
Your body doesn't understand moderation. I think we talked about this last week too. Can't remember. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. But anyways,
you mean watch it for the first time since you still haven't watched it yet? Get called out.
Well, by the time this releases, I would have watched it because you haven't edited it yet.
Yeah.
But anyways, your body doesn't understand moderation. You know, we talked about this. We did talk about this. We talked about how it's just a little bit of artificial sweeteners in my coffee. It's just a little bit of seed oils in my snack. It's just a little bit of fragrance in my shampoo. And all of these toxins that you're consuming in moderation are accumulating over one day. You have, 70 exposures in one day, and you call that moderation.
Well, and on top of that, right, when we talk about the day of trick-or-treating, say you wake up in the morning and you have a Pop-Tart and a glass of orange juice. Okay, sure, all the artificial crap that's in a Pop-Tart, but just let's think about the sugar alone for this exercise. You have Pop-Tarts and you have orange juice, and then you have a snack. Maybe you have some fruit snacks or something, some chips, whatever it might be. I'm talking about the standard kid here. And then for lunch, you throw in a frozen pizza. Okay. And then you have some more chips for a snack. And then maybe you have a soda or a Gatorade. And then it's time to go trick-or-treating. So you go trick-or-treating and your parents say, okay, only have a few pieces. Okay. But those few pieces that you do end up having, you've been eating sugar all damn day. Right?
Yeah.
Let alone the dyes, the artificial crap, the ultra processed foods. Like, that's what we talk about when things are in moderation. It's you're looking at it through this very small lens, but take a second and reflect on the entire day. What has actually happened?
Right.
Is this really moderation, or is this exact moment a piece of moderation?
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right. And that's the thing, like, we grew up doing this too.
Oh, I know.
Like, we weren't, pristine children when it came to our diet and our lifestyle,
But you do have two people here who wish that they were.
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
Like, that's the reality.
Yeah. Yep. But, like, I think we need to understand with, like, Halloween, like you said, it's that accumulation all day, but your body can't get rid of all that junk overnight. It's just not going to happen. And when you ingest that much sugar in one day, you are suppressing your immune system for like 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's to say, if you don't the following day continue to eat that candy that you've,
how long do you think on average that candy lasts in a
for
household?
me, when I was a kid,
like a week,
maybe
a week,
if that.
Well, between the like there was me, my brother, and my sister. There's 3 bags of freaking candy.
I'm
in
telling
the
you, I had a
house.
problem.
My dad would always eat the almond joys because I wouldn't. Ugh, ew.
What?
My dad would eat the almond joys and the 3 Musketeers, and because I would never eat them. None of us would eat those. I always took everyone's Kit Kats.
That was your
Kit Kat was my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Reese's for me. Again, we shouldn't be promoting these, but at the time.
No, at the time, that
was my favorite.
That's what we did, and like that candy would probably be in your house for a week, and that was about it, and then it was gone because you just eat it constantly. Because what do people do is they put it in a bowl in the middle of the kitchen table. So it's just always there.
And you walk by, grab it.
You walk by, grab a piece. You walk by, grab a piece. How many times do you walk by your kitchen table every single day? Probably like 17.
And now people who work from home, that's even more convenient.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's just right in your eyesight. So maybe if you're just, getting into living a healthier lifestyle, instead of, if maybe the Switch Witch is overwhelming or using the less toxic candy is overwhelming to you, maybe just try keeping the candy out of sight. You won't, if it's out of sight, out of mind, you're not even going to think about it. So you probably won't eat as much.
And remember, you didn't pay for it. So if you threw it away, it's not like you're just dumping money down the drain. Okay, the best part about Halloween, I guess the healthiest part about Halloween is that you probably do get your 10,000 steps in.
True. True, you get a lot of walking in, that's for sure. Yeah.
So.
Yep. But yeah, we talked about how, you can have these fun experiences. Your kids can still be kids. It's just this moderation concept doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
No.
There's my grandmother says this all the time, and I feel like, guys, we talk to our family like this too. Like, we're not just on here talking crap and calling out our family and our grandparents. We live in homes and families as similar as you, right? So like, we've gone through this too. But like, my grandma would say all the time, like, oh, like, you can just have a piece, right?
Yeah.
Or, oh, Vinny can just have a piece, right? It's like, no, because one, that opens up a can of worms.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And 2, you don't know what he's already had the entire day. He might have already had something that he shouldn't have had. And like, we want to limit that as much as possible. So intentionally making those choices, it's hard. But if you know the background, the science and what the data shows you, it makes it a little bit easier.
Yep. Absolutely.
So does that wrap up? Do we have another myth, or is that
was pretty much it?
Okay. Yeah. So moderation, if someone says that, they don't know what they're talking about.
They actually hate you.
Yeah.
If they say everything's okay in moderation, they just hate you.
Don't let someone gaslight you. Like, if you're making a decision and that's what you want to do, don't let someone who doesn't even live with you on the day-to-day basis.
They don't live with your condition. They don't live with your health.
Or they're not the ones raising your kids.
Right.
Don't let them tell you what to do or make you double guess yourself.
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Second guess
yourself.
Yeah.
I knew I messed that up. Double guess.
That's okay. And I can understand as a new mom and the way that I live my life, the way that we live our lives, it is a whirlwind of people in your ear judging you, telling you it's okay. He can just have one. He can do this. Why are you doing this? Aren't you tired of this? It is exhausting. But it's worth it because I know what I want for my child. I know what I want for my family. And that is a hill that I will die on.
Yep.
You cannot convince me otherwise.
And he was such a good dancer at the wedding.
He was. He broke it down.
He did.
That kid is so funny.
So we are so blessed.
We are extremely. I was telling somebody that at the wedding. They were like, he seems so happy. And I'm like, I am very blessed with a happy and healthy child. I am so thankful.
And seriously, everyone listening, that's what we want for every kid in America. Like Lena asked me the other day, like, what is one of your missions? Like what does the content that you make, like, what is your purpose? It's to help restore the America's family and their health.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think that's so important because we've lost that.
Yep.
So if we can just influence one more family every single day, like that's a win.
Absolutely.
My cup is full if we can do that.
Yep.
Would you agree?
Fulfilling for sure.
So, okay, let's go ahead and are we good here?
Yeah.
All right, you want to go ahead and dive into the
mailbag?
Let's do it. You've got mail.
That was funny.
What was that from?
Blue's Clues? I don't know.
It's not. I think that's just like
just got a letter. We just got a letter.
Wonder who it's from.
I wonder who it's from. Someone asked.
It's from user 55314.
Holistic Mom of 3 asked, do you let your kids trick or treat or do you skip it altogether? So we talked about this, right?
Yeah,
We've never done this before. Obviously, our child is 1, but we're not skipping it.
We're going.
He's going to be in that costume parade. He's going to trick or treat. Is he going to understand it or even last the entire time? Probably not. But we're going to do the experience.
And he's going to be a... So if you're just listening now, I cut the video because Lena didn't want me to tell you what Vinny is going to be for Halloween.
No, you'll have to wait and see.
I could just bleep it out. I don't know how to make audio. I'm slowly figuring out how to edit these videos. Okay. All right. What else do we have?
What is the safest way to handle school parties loaded with junk food? So my best suggestion would be to bring your own fun treat for your kid to share. Could be a good option. Like whether that be one of the candies that we recommend, like one of the brands that we were like, or something homemade, even like a cupcake, a gluten-free cookie, or whatever it is. You can make it fun. What you could also do is those like dirt cups. You could make them into like a little graveyard, with like a good pudding or something, and like cookie crumbs or whatever. You could make something fun out of it, but I think bringing your own could be a good option.
Transparency with the teacher or teachers is extremely important as well. Make sure that they know what the kid can and cannot have. Again, we have yet to put a kid through school, so I don't know exactly how that looks, but not just with a note. Yeah. I mean, giving a kid a note and having him bring it to the teacher, good luck. Yeah.
I mean, if you can participate in the school parties too, like, I don't want to say be like a helicopter parent, but if it's that important to you, you can invest your time and go to these school parties, and make sure that your child is not ingesting things that you wouldn't want them to be ingesting. But again, there are things you can do to support their bodies beforehand or even support their bodies after the fact if they do end up, maybe it's on accident or maybe someone's not paying attention and they do end up having something that you don't necessarily want them to have, right? Mm-hmm. So supporting their detox pathways, making sure their immune system is up to par. And that comes down to that proactive portion of your health.
I'm telling you, it can be done. And you've probably had, kids in your class with this before as well. And most of you listening probably have too. We all knew that kid growing up who either had a peanut allergy. I had a couple kids in my class who had celiac. Like, we knew who they were. And guess what? They didn't eat those things.
Right.
So it can be done. It just needs to be stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just because you don't have an anaphylactic response to something, if the parent doesn't want you to have it, it shouldn't be had.
Mm-hmm.
We're homeschooling.
Yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That's gonna be hard.
We're gonna homeschool.
Okay. Basically, that'll be my job.
You're gonna do great.
Yay! If you have any tips, let me know. But yeah, there are tons of different ways you can navigate that, and like you said, being transparent, just being upfront, and having the conversation, and people should respect your boundaries. Yeah.
Moms, what have you seen work when it comes to sending your kids off to school and helping with compliance, especially with the foods that they'll be eating, especially during parties? Comment it down below. Let us know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to know so that I know what to do.
Yeah.
What's worked and what hasn't worked? What side eyes have you gotten?
like seriously, like I know we have this goofy podcast, but and when it comes to a lot of the clinical stuff, that's our scope.
Mm-hmm.
Like this whole parenting thing, we're navigating this for the first time.
Yeah.
And you can have a perspective on it, especially being a doctor, working with kids, but until you actually go through the motions, it's hard to really empathize.
Yeah. It's the same thing with like when I was pregnant. Like I would work with pregnant women before I ever got pregnant, and I would try to empathize or have suggestions based off of XYZ. But now that I've been through it myself, I'm like an expert. I'm just kidding. I'm not an expert. I've only been pregnant once, but still, I know what works and what doesn't work and how to navigate different conversations and different doctors and different situations because I've been through it. So,
what other questions are in the mailbag?
That's it.
Just those two today. Okay, if you have questions, remember, you can send them to us at our email at wesleychapel@thewellnessway.com. You can send them to us via DM. You can ask them in comment sections of any video that you can see or in the comment section of this video. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you just let us know it's a question, and then we will answer it on the next video.
Yep.
Okay, that is going to wrap up the mailbag. We'll go ahead and dive into health homework.
Health homework. Okay, health homework, where we give you one tangible thing to take home with you so that you can build a healthier life for you and your family.
And it's free.
Yes.
Most of the time it's free.
Majority of the time.
Or relatively inexpensive.
Yeah.
Like my health homework.
It's mostly expensive with your time.
Yeah. Which is very valuable.
Yeah.
So I'll just go first. It's going to be to download the candy guide or join the Facebook group and get access to that candy guide of the candies that we approve of that we will be distributing to our trick-or-treaters, and we will let Vinny have. These aren't things that he's going to be able to have.
Not right now.
Really right now anyway. But when he grows up, these are ones that we would approve of. So go ahead and download that. Break down what those candies are. You can order most of them off of Amazon or at Sprouts or Whole Foods.
Yeah, they're usually at your local like health food stores.
Or you can order them online too and get them delivered. So check out what those are. Be proactive now. It's not like you can just, walk down the street to Walmart or Target and pick up these exact candies. So you have to be proactive with them. So download the guide now or join that Facebook group.
Mm-hmm. My homework is for you to just take 5 minutes to read the ingredient labels of your favorite candy or your child's favorite candy. I want you to circle any ingredients that have to do with food dyes, high fructose corn syrup, hydrogenated oils, artificial sweeteners, natural flavors, whatever it is. Whatever it is that you deem unnecessary to be in a candy, just take that time to do that, and then also take the time to read the candy guide at that point and see what alternative would be better in that place.
I love that.
So it took a lot of time for us to figure that out. So we made it easy for you.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, again, you have two people here speaking from experience. I know that we didn't practice what we preached when we were young kids trick-or-treating, but again, we wish that we would have. Don't know if we would have been in the same situation. Again, at least part of it is contributing to that. So
yeah. And we're not here to cancel Halloween, right?
Please no, it's my favorite. It's my
favorite holiday.
Yeah.
It is my favorite. My mom was the best with Halloween. We had Halloween parties all the time. We'd have the best costumes. It was so much fun. The pumpkins, the carving, the pumpkin patch, the cornfields, all the horror movies, all of it is so fun.
And then remember my family.
Oh yeah, your family is wild.
My grandpa goes.
He goes wild.
We have like 3 acres, and he has probably 50 of those machine blow up Halloween decorations. He decorated every inch of his yard, and I did it with him ever since I was able to walk, basically.
Yeah.
And we always did like a Halloween party for the kids and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Love. It's just a cozy season. Bonfires.
Yep.
And you can do all of those things. Like, we're not telling you to live under a rock. We're just trying to make sure that you're making the right choices so you can go and do those things. Because guess what? When we first started dating and I wanted to go home for Halloween, I wanted to help set up the Halloween decorations and do the bonfire and do all the fun stuff, go to haunted houses. Guess where I was? In bed.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't move. I was sick. I couldn't do anything. So if you can take care of yourself, you can still experience all the fun things. It's like drinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, well, I can't have this, so it's not going to be fun. You can still have fun without X, Y, or Z.
Yep.
So.
Yep. It's all about making conscious choices that are going to benefit you in the long run.
Yep.
You and your kids, right? It's not about you. It's not about you at this point in time. If you have children, it's not about you anymore. It's about your kids. And you want to protect them. And you want to protect your family as much as you can. And if that comes down to not eating a piece of candy, I think you're going to be okay.
We're not letting them have the piece of candy that you know isn't good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I've learned one thing from being a parent so far, it's the fact that they watch you like hawks. Like everything, even if you don't think they're watching you.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
They're very observant.
They pick up on everything.
Mm-hmm.
They pick up on the foods you eat. They pick up how you treat your body. They pick up how you talk to your spouse.
How you talk to your pets and act with your pets.
I know. And I was goofing off with the cat, and maybe it was a little too aggressive, or just
you were like shaking him.
Yeah, but him and I were goofing off. Like, that's just like what.
Yeah.
But like, I guess from Vinny's perspective, it could look like malicious or aggressive.
Yeah.
So you're like, hey, he's watching you. I'm like, what? I'm goofing off with the cat.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
or like when I pat the cat, like I might give him a little spanking, but it's like a love pat. Yeah. But Vinny sees that and he thinks, oh, that's how I should pet my cat. And so he beats the crap out of the cat.
Yeah.
And it's like the cat bites him and it's like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't be portraying that to him as that being okay. So they watch you like hawks. They learn by example.
So practice what you preach. Set up, be a good role model for them, and they will be healthy.
Yep.
So
make sure that if you haven't done so already, you join our free Facebook group. It is just tons of resources, free health guides, information, swaps, toxin-free swaps, all of those things. You get access to myself and Dr. Collin if you have questions. And yeah, it's totally free to join. We'll link that in the description below for you. And if you want more access to different topics, make sure you let us know what you want to see so that way we know what to post and we know what to talk about, and we can just provide better information for you guys.
Awesome.
All right. And make sure you also leave us a review, 5-star review on Spotify. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the bell icon so that you never miss another episode.
And make sure you share it.
Yeah.
So a lot of homework for you guys. That's the health homework too, right?
Yeah.
Sharing the show.
Share the episode with a mom or another parent that wants to live a healthier lifestyle but just doesn't know how or what to do or how to do it, because that's what we're here for.
Yeah, and we're figuring it out right here with you.
Exactly.
So, okay, that'll wrap up everything for today's episode. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you all next week.
See you guys.
Goodbye. Thank you all for listening to another episode of the Healthcare Rewritten podcast. Make sure you tune in next week. We're going to talk all about protecting the tatas, so immune system health and hormone health. Can't wait to see you all next week.